Plaintiff Don Ocolo met the defendant at a party, and they became best friends. Don claims he and the defendant are both successful young men who like to work hard and play hard. Don claims when he went out of town, the defendant drove his car without permission and damaged it, so he's suing. Defendant Markel Gray says he and Don bonded because they are both career-driven men who also like to party. Markel claims he and Don had a good mutual friend, but he and Don are no longer friends because Don assaulted him. And he says Don's car was already damaged when he drove it.
Start with you.
My name is Don Ocolo. Me and Markel, we met about 3 years ago at a party. It was easy for us to become friends because we were both young and successful. We were young and successful in ATL, and so I decided to go out of town on a trip, and he came to my house with a backpack within 30 minutes and wanted to come. So I let him come. I didn't think nothing of it.
On the trip, cool. Where'd you go?
We went to Florida, to the beach. So I let him come. And nevertheless, we had parties and, got drunk sometime, and, people came to our hotel room, and it was okay. It was cool, but, we became best friends. It was good friends.
And you say you all both successful. I like to hear the success part.
Yeah, and we love to travel. So, it was all good.
But what profession you all are successful, you were saying? I guess that means your profession or your job. So what you do? What do you do for yourself?
We're just cute, young, successful people, We had parties.
Let me hear from you. That ain't partying and drinking ain't the definition of success.
Well, people pay to come to our parties.
You tell me.
Well, hello, Your Honor. I am a physician recruiter.
There you go.
And I am a licensed realtor in Texas and the state of Georgia.
Thank you. Give him a hand.
Your Honor, nevertheless, I'm a choreographer in Atlanta, and I travel as well, so I do ballet.
There you go. See?
We have professional jobs. We have professional jobs, but we also like to turn up too.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I'm trying to express here. You say you all both successful. I like to hear the success part.
Yeah, we love to travel, so it was all good.
So what you do?
We're just cute, young, successful people. We had parties.
Let me hear from you. That ain't partying and drinking ain't the definition of success.
Plaintiff Don Ocolo is suing his former friend, who claims Don assaulted their mutual friend.
You tell me about your friendship with the plaintiff, and then we'll get into the claim for the car damages.
Okay. Yes, I met DJ at a party, but I really got to know him through a mutual friend of ours. Like he said, we vibed because we were both young professionals. We're career-driven, business-oriented, about our money, and definitely love to party. Mm-hmm. The mutual friend of ours, they are no longer on speaking terms because they chose to get into a physical altercation while we were in Miami and South Beach.
Over what? I'm being nosy now.
You didn't hit him?
No, I didn't hit. No, I did not hit him.
What happened?
He got in my face and he told me to hit him. But I didn't.
So let me stop you while you're lying, because that doesn't have anything to do with the case.
Him, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm just being nosy. Go ahead.
It got really physical, Your Honor. We were at a restaurant and got really physical. It made me uncomfortable. And they are no longer speaking to this day.
All right. Let me hear why you're suing him.
He would wear some of my clothes in my closet, take some of my shoes and hat, just want to dress like me and be like me. I don't understand it. You have my clothes, so I don't understand it. Yeah, that you have my tanks. So, okay. It doesn't really matter. You have my clothes, you try to dress like me, be like me. I should have thought of this bizarre activity was crazy then. But, nevertheless, I let it go, and we still remain the kings of ATL, people who wanted to be at our, people wanted us to come to their parties. So, I let him wear some of my clothes or whatever, I wanted him to look cute like me. So, So, I didn't pay no mind. But, when he wanted me to drive my Beamer all the time, I thought that was kind of weird. So,
I told him... He didn't have a car?
He have a Nissan. It's cute.
But it's not a Beamer. But it's not a Beamer.
I have two vehicles. I have one that's paid off, and I have one a note.
But I told he can drive. He can drive his cars. I don't care what car I get in. I just bought my car because I thought it was cute. You know.
So what happened? How did he get a hold of your car?
Well, I told him to park it. I went to L.A. I live in Atlanta. I went to L.A. I told him to park it and in your family house, you know, as long as it's safe. And he said that when he picked me up, I told him, I was pointing like, what is this? And he acting like he didn't see it. I didn't know. He was like, oh, that, I haven't seen it. I don't know what that is.
It was a scratch.
And so, scratch.
Did he
okay.
ultimately
Nevertheless, he said that he didn't see the scratch or that, but it's an accident because the damage caused one of the
You have a picture of it?
Working. So.
And did he agree to pay you for it?
He did. He took responsibility of it, but when he found out the damages that was done.
This is more than a scratch, sir. Let me hear from you.
DJ called me and asked me for a favor if I can go pick up his vehicle from the airport so he would not have to pay the parking fees every day.
Why is it going to be so grand and don't want to pay parking fees?
Right, exactly. So I inconvenienced myself and had to go pick up his keys from his house, got the keys, went to the parking garage, spent an hour there trying to locate his vehicle in the parking garage, paid the fee to get the car out of the parking garage, took it back to my uncle's house, left for 2 days, came back. He called me stating that he had made it back in town, come and pick him up. I went to go pick him up. We hang out that whole day. We go back to my uncle's house. He checks around the vehicle and was like, hey, what's this? I'm like, what are you talking about? There was already nicks and crannies and scratches on the BMW
it was not
anyway.
Scratches on my Beamer.
It was not a new vehicle.
It was newer than all yours.
Okay.
So he can wreck mine because it's just, okay.
What happened to his car?
From what I can tell, they were already probably there before.
Did you ever tell him you would pay for it?
No, I did not tell him I was going to pay for his damages.
Sir?
You did say he was going to pay for it.
No, I didn't.
I have the text messages. That's
I told you me and my brother had made plans and we would try, but I got you and I wasn't avoiding you. What do you want to do? I don't mind being responsible because it was in my possession. I am not sure what happened or if my uncle hit it while parked or whatnot. Let me get to your crib to see if everything was okay with you.
But when he found out the estimate, he disappeared.
I didn't find out the evidence. The mutual friend of ours, they are no longer on speaking terms because they chose to get into a physical altercation while we were in Miami.
I didn't hit him.
You didn't hit him?
No, I didn't. No, I did not hit him.
What happened?
He got in my face and he told me to hit him. But I didn't.
So let me stop you while you're lying.
Plaintiff Don Acolo is suing his former friend, who claims Don assaulted their mutual friend.
He never admits to responsibility. What he says I don't mind being responsible because it was in my possession. But that does not make him legally responsible unless he was grossly negligent in keeping your car because he was doing something for you. And doing something for you means he has to do a really bad job in order for him to be responsible. But you said you would take responsibility for it. So, and now you want to change?
Sir, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
Your Honor, I am not responsible. I'm not responsible.
You say you don't mind being responsible, though.
I am not responsible
You
for
might
those.
not be, but you say you don't mind being it.
I'm not responsible for those damages. For all I know, they could have been there beforehand.
No. You acknowledge that it happened in your possession. We're not sure that he's totally responsible, so I'm going to give you, unfortunately, I'm going to just grant you half. Half of $3,400.
$1,700.
Okay, 1,700, because the fact is, he could be a victim of what they call a third-party act. Somebody else did it, and just because it's in his possession, he's a victim too. So that's your judgment, 1,700. Good luck to both of you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I should have just parked my car somewhere else. Yeah, it shouldn't, with somebody more responsible, that's all.
I don't want to end a friendship over some petty money.